Welcome back. Today we have a new guest, a new member on the podcast.
She doesn't speak words, but
Need to give her an introduction.
this is my beautiful, loving, beautiful
You
dog.
already said beautiful.
I know, but we had to say beautiful twice. She deserves it.
She's twice as beautiful as she
I
is.
birthed her and everything.
Oh. Let's not talk about that. Okay, I was thinking about this the other day. Where does the term lollygagging come from? You know, when they say, like, you need to quit lollygagging?
I don't know.
Does it come from, like, someone was actually, like, gagging on a lolly? Like, a lollipop?
The origin story on lollygagging.
Mid-19th century of unknown origin. Wow, it's a mystery.
Okay, I'm gonna have to
Add it to the lore. One of the mysteries of nothing makes sense.
scoot over because my word.
Yeah, Minnie's acting like she freaking owns the joint.
Minnie,
She's acting like she's been here before.
you have any thoughts?
When did the word poppycock originate? The earliest known use of the noun poppycock is in the 1850s. OED's earliest evidence for poppycocks is from 1852. In New York Daily Times, poppycock, get to it already, oh my gosh, is apparently a borrowing from Dutch. That told us nothing.
Dude, every time
That told us nothing.
Every
dude.
time he said lollygagging or what he just said, you have to drink.
Well, yeah, I mean, I know what it means, but like somebody was just, I mean, it had to have been like, because where I heard it the other day that made me
Gagging on a
think of it,
lolly.
where I heard it the other day that made me think of it was like, I was watching basketball and somebody was commenting about the game afterwards and was like, so-and-so needs to quit lollygagging and just play. And I was like, it had to have been in ancient history or like, 19th century or whatever.
Yeah.
Like some guy was in like the first basketball game or baseball game or something, and then he was supposed to be like paying attention, but they looked and he's like gagging on a lollipop. Or he's like eating a lollipop, and they're like, quit lollygagging. And then it just I mean what other better explanation is there?
Well, I have very, very exciting and important news.
Let's hear it.
Okay.
Okay.
So, our man Justin Bieber.
You met Justin Bieber?
No, I haven't. So, our man Justin Bieber, he is going to be a father.
Oh, well, yeah, I heard that.
Wow.
I follow him on Instagram too.
Oh, as you should. Aw, I'm so excited for him. I'm gonna be.
Yeah, JB's the man, dude.
Dude, I'm so excited for him.
Yep.
So I thought that deserved its own special.
He's got some
Partner.
awfully big shoes to fill. Like, can you imagine him growing up and realizing your dad is Justin Bieber?
Yeah. Oh
It's
my
like, what am
word.
I gonna do? Go into finance after that? Like, am I gonna
For
get a
real.
regular degree? But
I'm excited for them.
he'll be a good dad.
I think they'll both
I don't
be
know.
great parents.
I don't know jack diddly squat about her. I just know she's kind of.
She gets a lot of hate, and it's so sad.
I'm sure she's like really nice and all. I mean, like I'm sure she's got a great personality that was probably very important to
Yeah.
him. But she's in that upper echelon of supermodels that like they almost start to look a little strange.
Yeah.
I mean, she's beautiful for sure, but she's almost like too beautiful. You know what I mean?
Like,
Where it
how is
starts
that
to be like a
human?
little
Yeah.
starts to be a little wow. Wow,
Why?
so mean.
Why is this even funny? So yeah, I'm so if you ever see this, JB, we are real proud of you.
He's never ever going to see this.
No. Listen, hoodlums. We gotta fire these people.
I was thinking about this today. So my coworker was telling me how she has family that lives like in every state. Like and it's not like how we have, distant family members we've never met. These are like people that she sees every couple years or so at least.
Dang.
And they live like all over the states, and then I think she even has some that live in other countries. Her husband has family in other countries. I think her parents are like in Japan. His parents are in Japan right now. And I was like, it would take a world ending disaster to like take out her family lineage. I'm like, for us, it would take probably a medium-sized tornado. And like our family is done. Like our bloodline ends. You ever thought about that?
No.
Like a medium-sized tornado. And like we don't have any lineage.
Looks like I gotta go.
We need to expand.
We're never gonna expand. We should.
I'm
but
gonna
we won't.
I'm gonna have children, and I'm gonna just send them to other countries so my bloodline can go
You're gonna
on.
be a sperm donor.
Dude, it's so funny you should say that. There's a guy that they're trying to sue because he's the father to over 500 children because he made so many sperm donations, and they're trying to sue him because at that point it becomes like it becomes a danger of like in the future 2 of his kids meeting organically and then have an incest baby.
Dude, what is there like a legal amount of how many kids you can have?
I mean,
They
if
should
there
put
is,
one.
this guy found the loophole. In China, you're only allowed 2, I think. I don't know if they went back on that or not, but for a long time at least.
Jonathan M. At least 550 children.
There he is, the dude with the long hair.
He looks like he would have 550 children.
Dude, he looks like we don't need him to have any children.
Yeah. That's insane. How did you come across this?
I heard about it today on a YouTube video.
What
But
are
I think
the
it happened. I
odds?
think it happened a while ago. Or I mean, he's definitely been at it for a while. But I think it's
I
like
wonder
they've
how
been trying to
old-
sue him.
I wonder how old his oldest kid is.
That's a good question. I haven't read that much into it, but I was just like, that's very disturbing. Why
That
would a
is very
sperm bank allow this? Like, how would they not
Yeah,
foresee
because
this
they
coming?
gotta.
Oh, he
Oh.
lied.
That'll do it.
That definitely explains it.
Did you see? Okay, I know I'm not really into this either, but I know especially you wouldn't. The Met Gala.
Oh yeah, where people just dress like freaking aliens and go to this
Yeah.
dumb event.
So have you seen the Hunger Games?
I've seen the first one when it came
Okay.
out, and then after that, I was just like,
That's all you need to know. So you know how the Capitol people are dressed like really
yeah,
funky?
yes,
The Met Gala was the Hunger Games Capitol.
that's true. I mean, I've always thought when I've watched, like when I did watch the Hunger Games, I was like, this is probably a very accurate portrayal of what like
Yes.
celebrity or like, higher fashion will look like.
Ticket prices was $75,000. I thought they got
Dude,
invited.
It's
Why would you have to pay?
stuff like this triggers me. The Met Gala, dude. I would never go, ever.
I think it goes to the Museum of Arts or something like that in New York.
Who's the weird chick that dressed up like a freaking worm? Remember that? It wasn't this year, but it was at something. She dressed up like a freaking worm. No, it wasn't. It wasn't Met Gala, but yeah, maybe it was Met Gala. I don't know. Yes,
This
dude.
is Heidi Klum.
Who the flip is that? And why is she dressing like a worm?
I think she was one of the like judges on America's Got Talent, or one of those.
Dude, that's so disgusting.
Search up Heidi Klum.
Heidi Klum. Sounds like the name of a worm.
Yeah, see, she's on America's Got Talent.
Why is she dressing like a worm? Why? That's like, if anybody else did that, you'd be like, do we need to get you some help? Like, are you okay? But if she does it, they're like, slay queen. I don't get it. And then whatever dude she was with at the time, dressed as a fisherman and had her on a lure.
I don't know. Those people are like, what? Fashion is just going downhill.
Everything's going downhill.
Well, I mean, ain't that the truth? But you know, fashion is.
When you're dressing like a worm.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, it's better than Sam Smith's freaking.
Don't even. He's like tampon looking one.
His
Is that the one you're talking about?
His stupid balloon suit. First off, it looks satanic. Second off, it looks stupid.
Okay, well, he was in another thing that was red, wasn't he? That's what I was talking about, but maybe he didn't. Ugh,
and then people are just like, oh, yes.
It's giving the Balloon Incredibles. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay. If you were to buy 3 things purposely just to embarrass or make a cashier uncomfortable, what would you buy?
At Walmart?
Or anywhere. Yeah, I guess
I feel like Walmart has the widest selection. Can you still buy like rifles at Walmart?
I think you can.
I'd probably buy a rifle and like a ski mask and like I don't know, for my third item, like bananas or something like.
Or a money bag.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, that would be pretty good. But I don't know. I don't think if you buy a rifle at Walmart, you take it up to the normal checkout. Like you put on the thing, it's just like. They're like, boop. Take it to the self checkout. Just like.
Have you seen the video where the guy he has this one chapstick, and the guy's checking him out on the roller, you know, the big roller thing at Walmart, and it would roll, and he would take it and set it at the far end, and it would roll. And he did that for so long. Oh, that was too good.
Dude, I saw a funny video today. Go to YouTube, look up how to get kicked out of class. It's the second one.
Why he standing like that?
The dude already knew to record. It was planned.
So we're going to take these points that we have and move them to the right, one down. And we'll be able to draw our
Still doesn't know.
And along with that, our asking goes, instead of being close to the...
The teacher looks like Bertram.
Missed that note a little bit. I barely learned how to play it. He chased him in a lap around the whole classroom.
Why did they have the same teacher after lunch?
Yeah, I wonder, it might have been a different class, but he just likes going in there to torment that teacher. Dude, you can tell that teacher sucks. Like,
dude,
you can tell going in his class, you're just like, oh. What 3 items would you buy?
Oh, okay. I would buy the stuff that makes you have to poo. What is it called?
Fiber?
The thing that comes in like the big white tub with the orange lid. What is it called?
White tub with an orange lid.
It's like some type of liquid, and you take it. Huh?
You spray that up your butt.
Yeah. No, maybe it's Relax. Yeah, that's what it is.
Miralax.
Miralax. That would make somebody. Yeah, that. They also have an orange flavored one. And I'd buy that. I wouldn't buy the orange flavored because Psycho. Have you had Dilsum? And then I would buy.
Okay. I'm sure people go in there all the time and buy Miralax.
But like, it's still like, ooh, we all know what you're gonna be doing later. Like,
So just Miralax, 3 tubes of Miralax or 3
I know. I'm trying
bottles.
to think. I don't know. I mean, like, underwear.
New underwear, Miralax.
I was. Yeah, those two.
Toilet paper. Charmin Ultra Strong. Dude, what is with the Charmin Ultra Strong Bears? Or I guess they're just called the Charmin Bears.
Dude, they're kind of weird.
Why are they like fetishizing wiping your butt?
Yeah, they do.
Imagine
They'd be like
the
that.
pitch meeting for that where it's like,
Now
all right, so
we're gonna go camping.
we take multicolored bears, red bears and blue bears. Is there red and blue ones?
There's a red, yeah.
All right, there we go. Charmin Bear conspiracy. Is there really a conspiracy? Just go to images.
Oh, I thought
They're
was
just
a blue
red.
bear.
No, there's blue ones. Like
Okay,
there's
yeah.
different editions. It's like trying to say it's the political parties. Charmin Ultra Strong family versus Ultra Soft family. Wait, is that true though? Is that like how the commercials are?
Well, how
Is
do
the
they-
red ones the Ultra Strong and the blue ones are the Ultra Soft?
I'm not. I don't really watch the Charmin Bears.
I mean, I don't
On the
watch them
regular.
consensually. They just come on. There's brown ones too.
Oh my, that
No
is
way.
insane.
But what's weird is
Ultra Gentle is the green.
Ulta Gentle.
Ultra.
What's weird is that on the packaging, the package is the color of what they are in the commercial, but the bear itself is brown.
Do they have green bears?
Yeah, the Charmin Bears, they weird me out, dude. It's like a family that's super just open about wiping their butt, and it's 100% of what they talk about in that family, apparently.
Oh yeah.
I've never seen them have a different conversation. And then their whole motto is, everyone has to go. Why not enjoy the go? Like, enjoy the go? Like, enjoy wiping my bottom? I wonder how the increase in like bidets has affected their stock. You know, seems like bidets are a lot more popular than they've ever been. You know what that is?
Yeah. I've never used one.
I haven't
though.
got on the bidet train. People swear by them. Prefer to do it how our forefathers did it.
I don't think they did it that way either.
Toilet paper?
The forefathers ain't no way they got toilet paper out there. They be using leaves.
Search up, did the forefathers have toilet paper?
Imagine. Okay, let me set the scene, Gradyn. Imagine.
The forefathers. Did the forefathers.
Okay, imagine you're one of the forefathers.
One of the forefathers.
Okay, no, imagine
You're
if
25% of the fathers.
Okay, but imagine if you were in that time period. Oh, sweet pea.
Get her out.
I don't know. I think she's.
Here, I'll get my drink out of the way. Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Okay, let me set the scene. Imagine if you were in that time period. Okay, you know they had outhouses like Shrek. You gotta know that. And
What did it say? People are still wiping with whatever they had on hand. Most common things like corn were like things like corn cobs and seashells. Ugh. But by the 1800s, paper was becoming more widely available, and finally, in 1857, a New Yorker named Joseph Gaiety introduced and first patented toilet paper. That must have been a trip.
Okay.
We shall wipe with this.
So imagine though, if you're in your outhouse, and you had to get like leaves, because I feel like leaves are probably the most common thing to do.
Well, yeah, but like most of the leaves that you're finding on the ground and stuff are gonna be dead, and they're just gonna go
Yeah,
and
no,
break up.
but-
You'd have to get some like live, big, healthy leaves.
Okay, so imagine you find some, you just pick them, you know.
So you had to
And
go
you have
pick
the
them every single
selection.
time.
You have the selection of your leaves. Imagine wiping your bottom with a leaf, and it being poison ivy, and you don't know you're allergic to poison ivy.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm kind of allergic to poison ivy, so I've been down bad with some poison ivy. That would not be a pleasant experience.
Sticks? How far were you gonna get with the stick?
Dude, one time we had to do a leaf project for my like dual credit class my senior year, and so me and my friend procrastinated, obviously, and we just walked around town looking for different types of leaves, and you had to have like 30 different types, and you had to identify them. It's way harder
Don't
than
they
it sounds.
know we live in an area that has like the same 2 trees?
Dude, it was so much harder than I ever thought it would be. And I'm pretty sure like 3 of them were different types of poison ivy that I put, and you had to like laminate them in a book. And I had horrible poison ivy for like a week.
Oh, that sounds awful.
Yeah, I made a C on that. What?
They weren't too impressed with that grade either. Okay, so do you want to see what I have cooked up?
Let's see what you got.
Alright, so let me just go to slideshow. Oh,
Ugh. I love how the weird Shrek Comic Con person's like condensed
yeah.
to like 10%.
Dude, look at this little girl on the hand.
What does it mean?
Okay.
What does it mean?
What does this word mean? Guess what you think it is.
Age last. Okay, well, age last. So does it mean I don't is it like the final period where in which something like exists?
I don't know. You have to take a guess, and it will
Age
reveal.
last. I mean, that's my best guess.
A person who never laughs.
Is that really how it's spelled? Is it pronounced
Yes.
age last
I
or
don't
is it
know.
ageless?
Maybe.
Okay, well, ageless sounds more like something to describe a person. Wow, interesting.
Okay.
A nibbling? Well, I think it's not the verb because that would be 2 B's, like nibbling on a
Yeah.
leaf.
The one.
Hopefully
that you
not the
just
brown
wiped.
leaves.
Yeah.
You heard, don't eat the yellow snow. Well, don't nibble on the brown leaves.
Well, we're gonna give it to you by leaves.
So I'm thinking a nibbling is probably the baby of some sort of species. Like how some animals have like calves.
Uh-huh.
I feel like a nibbling is some sort of animal. I'm going to
Okay.
guess of the woodland variety. I don't know.
Okay.
The gender neutral term for nieces or nephews. Oh, I feel like I might have heard this.
That's such
My
a
nibblings.
random. Such a random. Get that mouse out here.
The word
Oh.
nibbling sounds a little sus.
Then we have.
Defenestrate.
I'm just gonna let you read them because if I read them, no, thank you. What do
Defenestrate.
What-
There's
I
a
don't
few
know.
ways that it could be pronounced, I guess. Defenestrate. This makes me think of like how some chemicals would be referred to as like, this is a antioxidant or whatever, you know what I mean? I feel
Okay.
like this is a description word like that. It's like a chemical descriptive word. It's a genus of defenestrate, throwing a person or thing out of a window. So it's definitely defenestrate or defenestrate.
And
Defenestrate.
when you looked up this word,
if it's a verb.
it said it was like common in the 18th century, talking about. I don't want to say it because we'll get some type of flag.
We'll get flagged. Well then, I
We'll
guess
tell you.
guess you'll never know what she was gonna say.
I'm pretty sure anybody can guess what I was gonna say, but
Pentapopimtic.
you can just look it up.
Pentapopimtic.
It sounds like
Pentapopimtic.
penicillin. It doesn't, but it does.
Penta is 5. Pop.
You're doing pretty good.
Penta is 5. So what is popimtic? I'm guessing the tick part of it is just something of or relating to, or something with this quality. So pentapopimpt.
Why are you like
Pentapopimpt. Or maybe it's pentapope is the word it comes from. What would pentapope be? 5 popes. 5 popimtic.
Put 5 popes on the screen right
Popimtic. I'm gonna say it's somebody who has 5 ailments or sicknesses. I don't know. They're
Okay.
pentapopimtic. Oh, that's probably the closest I've been to getting one
now.
right.
Dude, that was pretty impressive.
A person who has been divorced 5 times has 5 ailments for sure. They got something very wrong with them, I would say. Like, you couldn't get it right the first 4 times.
You think this lady's been divorced 5 times?
I bet you can't guess her name.
How to turn the tables. I don't know. It probably starts with like Deborah or something like that.
No, I can't remember right now, but I know I can. Yeah, okay, I got it.
What?
It's Mrs. Kwan.
Hit the Quan.
No, that wasn't the end.
No.
That was the intermission. Just a brief intermission. Giggle. Gidgel.
What do you think it means?
Gajil. Gigil. Gigel. I feel like I could benefit from having them read to me properly. A gidgel. That's how I'm gonna say it's pronounced. Gidgel. A gidgel is a place for congregation. It is a meeting place.
Okay.
Everyone in the gidgel. The uncontrollable urge to squeeze something cute. So how do you use that in a sentence? I have
Like-
gidgel.
Like
So much gidgel.
for this little baby.
Oh. Oh. He had gidgel. So you have gidgel.
Because he thought the mouse was so cute?
I have gidgel. Now, have you seen Mice and Men or read it?
No.
You should do that.
No.
It's So if I said tending the rabbits or don't huh? Well, no, he held the puppy. But he was gonna. There was no actual rabbits. He was gonna get to tend the rabbits. That was like his fantasy of when they. Anyways, you need to read that because I'm not gonna spoil it. I have such gidgel for you, Minnie.
So darling. I'm so sorry.
Oh gosh, that does not make me feel gidgel.
Dang it.
Snollygoster. Snollygoster.
And the thing is, these are actual words.
Snollygoster. Snollygoster. Snollygoster.
These are words in a dictionary.
You snollygoster. I'm gonna say it is a promiscuous little dweeb of a man. I don't know. An unscrupulous, untrustworthy person. I might be even closer with that one than the other one.
That's pretty good.
Argyle Bargle. Argyle. I feel like I should know what that means, but I don't. And Bargle. Bargle? Argyle Bargle. This is the forgotten Harry Potter character that dies
That would be
immediately.
so fitting. Like,
Argyle Bargle. That sounds like a Harry Potter
It
character's
does.
name.
or some sort
The
of
dash,
like,
though, is-
or some sort of spell or charm or whatever
Yeah.
name.
Yeah. Argyle Bargle. I'm just gonna say this is a British word. And it means something to do with money.
Okay.
That's the best I got. Copious but meaningless talk or writing. So the word is itself. It is a
It's pointless.
Well, I guess that makes sense. Can't be too mad at it. Bugbear. I'm gonna say this is the offspring of a bug and a bear. The rare endangered bugbear. By some miracle of science, the chromosomes of the bug and the bear actually match up,
and
they
they
can
also
produce
have
offspring.
550 something children.
Oh dang, dude! They're like fish. They produce that many bugbears in one go.
Oh my gosh.
Any source, real or imaginary, of needless fright or fear. Any source of needless fright or fear.
See, you would have
So they
never
just make
thought bugbear meant that.
I guess they got it because like people are commonly scared of bugs and bears. Of needless. Interesting. Bugbear. I'm gonna forget all of these. Flim flam. Phlegm is the stuff you cough up from your throat. I know because I have it profusely. And flam is a type of hit that you do with a snare drum. So I'm gonna
Put
say
those two together and well, bam.
a flim flam is a percussive sound made from clearing your throat. A trick or deception. I was just. Oh, and probably an E, I think. The English language is so dumb sometimes. I mean, flim flam is a word. A trick or deception. I just slightly was overthinking that one, I think. I'll get this next one.
Okay.
Dactylioglyph. Dactylioglyph.
Dang, you're pretty good at pronouncing these. Didn't even try to attempt them.
Iridocyclitis. That's one of my favorite
I
memes.
can see the guy right now.
Deep Roy's distant cousin. Dactylioglyph. I'm gonna say that this is a rare type of fossil, a dinosaur fossil that comes from the Mesozoic era, and it is something. It's dinosaurs specifically that could fly because pterodactylioglyph. That's the best I got. Engraver of rings or gems. These words aren't what they should be.
I know.
They should let me come up with what these words mean.
Make
Nobody would even notice if any of these words changed meaning all of a sudden
Hence-
in Webster.
Hence the podcast name. Nothing makes sense.
Wait, what was the last one? I already forgot. Engraver of rings or gems. So that's a job. That's a
what you do.
profession. What's the word?
Yeah, profession.
A profession. No.
Well,
An occupation.
oh.
Okay, next. Sarmy. This is a name. This is a girl's name. No.
I wonder if somebody's named their kid that.
Sarmy?
I don't think you're ever gonna guess this one.
me at the store the other day.
I thought you saw me. Saw me.
Yeah.
It makes me think
This
of.
is the hardest one.
It makes me think of like a fish.
There's like nothing
know why.
there's nothing to like deduce
No.
anything from on this. Me. Neither one means anything. Neither syllable. Sarmy. I'm just gonna guess that it's a woman.
Okay.
That's well, you know. Sarmy is a sandwich, so it's like
Go make me good old Sarmy.
this is like a sardine sandwich. That's so dumb, dude. Who would call that? Like, just say sandwich. It's the same
Dude,
amount
for
of
real.
syllables. Like, who? I need more info. Like, why does this exist? Sarmy. Okay. Anyways, SpongeBob cutscene or like the cutaways in SpongeBob be like, you know what I'm talking about?
No. Sadly, I'm sorry.
Dude,
One of these
the
days I'll
amount of
binge
things
watch
that you
it.
don't understand that I say because you haven't seen SpongeBob is atrocious. You need to really binge that show so you can get up to speed on all the references.
I'd
I
have to
swear
like.
when it showed the Krabby Patty that they made for the health inspector, that's exactly what it looked like.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I've seen bits and pieces of it.
Yeah, they like that was the one episode where they straight up, but the whole episode makes you think that they killed this health inspector. They made an atrocious patty because they thought Plankton sent in a false health inspector, but it was a real health inspector.
Dude.
And so they made a diabolical Krabby Patty that looked like that, and it killed him, or so they thought. And the whole episode was them trying to bury him and get away with murder.
I need
It was a very dark episode.
I'll have to watch it either really turn down low or I'll have to have headphones on.
Get headphones. You'll need headphones.
Yeah.
Need to get all the details in there. Baboonery. Not to be confused with buffoonery. Baboonery is, I'm going to guess, baboon-like behavior. It's a whole lot of baboonery going on over there. Foolishness, stupidity, nonsense. Nonsense. Yeah, that's the first one that's made sense. Baboonery. But they also have buffoonery. Anyways, Hullabaloo. Dude, y'all had a freaking game called Hullabaloo. Do y'all remember that? As kids? It was like this little...
Oh, is it with all the hippopotamuses?
Yes, it had these like little lily pads with different things
Yeah.
on them, and you'd press it, and it would say different categories, and you had to jump on the things that category was.
I was thinking
I
of
don't
the
remember.
hippopotamus game.
I don't really remember much more than that, but so that's one thing that Hullabaloo is. I think Hullabaloo is going to be similar to baboonery, a clamorous noise or disturbance. Okay. What's all the hullabaloo? I guess I've heard that. Gobbledygook. I've heard this. I
Have
thought
you
it
really?
was gobbledygook though. Gobbledygook? Is that really how it's spelled? I'm guessing foolishness. I don't know. Because like the last three have been. A meaningless language. So it's like baby talk. It's like gibberish.
Pretty much.
All that gobbledygook them babies be speaking. Bibble. Not to be confused with Bible.
The Bible. Yes, that's
It makes me think of like
name.
dribble, like a baby, like dribble.
Oh yeah.
Bibble. I'm gonna guess it's something to do with babies, like a bib, bibble, and then plus dribble.
Bibble and dribble.
And bibble, all baby related terms.
We could make a funny. Oh.
What is that?
Yeah, that is Bibble.
Oh,
And then there's a
to
funny.
drink often, to eat and or noisily.
There's a funny meme with Bibble from Barbie, and he talks in a deep voice.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's pretty funny.
I did not see Barbie movie.
I've never seen any of the Barbie movies.
The new
Like
one?
the old
Oh, that's what
ones.
that's from?
That's
An
like
old
the
one?
old Barbie movies.
I remember one always advertised like the commercial or like the trailer came on before Ice Age on tape.
Mm-hmm. There's one there's one called Barbie Rapunzel, and it was like
Yes, that
Rapunzel.
was the one. That
Really?
was the one that advertised.
But
Yep.
it's like there's like a whole.
Why didn't they call it Barbunzel? Why didn't they try to merge the names? Okay, anyways, that sounds like something that would be on this.
Do you know what his name is?
Leif Erikson.
Bobble.
Bobble. Dude, I feel like I'm having a
Bubble.
stroke from this
One of the
presentation.
You know what it's from?
No, Fern Gully?
No, but I did watch that.
Really?
I haven't seen it in a long time, and I watched it. I rented it off Amazon Prime.
Fufa Raw. Well,
Anyways,
what
he
was
was
it from?
he was off of Tinkerbell.
Oh, yeah, I missed that one as well in my childhood. Fufa Raw. This is like FIFA soccer, the game,
Mm-hmm.
meets WWE Raw.
Okay.
And you get Fufa Raw, but you say Fufa for some reason. I don't know. A great fuss or disturbance about something very insignificant.
I'm like, what's the point of these words?
That's the most relatable one. Fufa Raw. I'm having a Fufa Raw.
Iridocyclitis.
All right, here we go. Elogo, Fusio hippopoconurius. This is the fear of long words.
Is that what your guess is?
The word for fear of long words has hippopo in it for some reason. I'm like,
How do
why
you
are we
know
using
this?
hippopotamus? Because it's just like it's an ironic thing that the fear of long words is called a very extremely long word. I think it's like the longest word in the dictionary or something.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Bro, like who
Dude, for real.
in what
Why
scenario
would
is
you-
like
Why would that be easier to say than very good, very fine?
somebody gives you like good news and you're like Giliofusio hippopotaconurius.
Imagine being like, hey, how are you? And you'd be like, oh, I'm...
Ilogofusio hippopoconurius. Dude, you're not even people with suspenders say this word, like with glasses with the tape in the middle.
Hey, speaking of... Okay, you remember that guy in the... Maybe he was the 90s. You remember he was like...
Steve Urkel?
Yes. He was on
Yes.
Full House. And I just
Yeah, they did a
watched that
crossover.
episode.
Yeah, I remember
And
that.
I was like, dude, get this kid out of here.
It's
They were
like,
trying to teach him how to
"Nah,
walk
do
better.
that."
And he's like, you gotta hold up your elbows. It
Yeah,
was
his
so funny.
Family Matters was a good show too.
He was like, you gotta keep that blood flow going through your body.
All right. How many intermissions is this? Is this the?
That's it.
That was the last
I thought
one.
we would end on Kermit.
Kermit finishing us off strong. Did you list your citations? So sources
In
cited.
case there's a part 2,
She had to do it in.
I needed to save it.
You had to do your presentation in APA format.
What in the...
Why do we always get the weirdest ads catered to us?
It's probably because of all the things we've searched on this computer. I've got to go in and clear it. Clear the history. Ugh. Hey, search up Barbie Bibble and deep voice meme or whatever.
Oh, I've seen this dude.
I haven't really watched any of these, but I've heard great things about them. What is this? Oh, keep going. Wait, he's fixing to speak.
So
Wait, there's a part where I'm. This one.
that's got to become a soundbite. Turn him into a big black guy.
Barbie was like, ooh, Bibble.
I could get used to this.
Barbie's like, I'll be seeing you later.
What is that? Barbie strapped upside down like from a?
That's a man Barbie.
I mean that's
Ken. I'm just Ken.
He's a mermaid.
Merman.
Oh, excuse me. Didn't mean to be politically incorrect there.
Get it right.
Dude, it's funny we talked about the Charmin Bears and toilet paper and bidets because I had this memory pop up in my head the other day. It's like I swear my brain is like Snapchat memories. Every day, like, I have a new random memory I haven't ever thought of in years just pops into my brain. One time, like, you know how when you're little, you just, like, take a dump and your parents are right there getting ready and it just doesn't matter, you know? At a certain age, that becomes frowned upon, hopefully, for everybody.
Hopefully you think about it.
One time when I was, like, probably, like, 4 or something, I don't know, okay?
Oh, God,
whatever
where's
age
this going?
this would be, I was, like, taking a crap when Dad was getting ready. And he's, like, I don't know, he's, like, shaving or something in the sink, like, in the mirror.
Shaving
And
at 4 years old?
I had already he was shaving himself.
Oh.
He was like getting ready or like
Oh,
just
okay.
using the mirror, okay? And I had already started taking a dump, but I guess I had the door open just to welcome anybody else to use the bathroom. And for some reason in my weird little brain that I have, I just was like, I'm going to just go without the toilet seat this time. And I just let the toilet seat up and I just sat on the edge.
Dude, you had to be using all of your leg muscles to keep you up.
I wasn't like latched onto the bottom of the toilet with like my legs. It was like holding on to your eye. I think I could.
Then.
I never said I was a 4th grader.
I mean 4 years old.
I mean, yes, I probably was leaning over like something like that, to be honest. But I just remember I was like on this disgusting raw toilet with no seat and like all the freaking hair probably caked on and crap. And he was like, "What are you doing?" And I don't remember my answer. I was probably, I don't know. Or I was probably like, I'm pooping. But yeah, no, I did that, and my dad did not think it was cute or anything whatsoever. He was just like,
You're like,
what are you doing? Yeah, and then I also remember I remember being very adamant that you're not supposed to fold the toilet paper. You're supposed to wad it up in a ball. That's what I did for years. I just ripped off some toilet paper, scrunched it up into a ball, and wiped.
Dude, it's like using a rock.
I mean, I hope
but
it's
softer,
not.
a little softer.
It's like using a soft rock, an ultra soft rock. Yeah,
With
I remember one time
green
my older cousin was like, he was like, you're supposed to. He was like folding it or something. I can't remember how the argument started, but I was like, no, you're supposed to scrunch it up. And he's like, no, you're not. You're supposed to fold it, and so you can clearly wipe on a sheet. And I was just like, no, you're wrong.
Are you the type of person that, like, does it over or under? When you put it on the...
Oh, it's gotta... Yeah, dude, there's a right way to do this, okay? It's supposed to be this way, so the thing is
over.
closest to you. Yes,
Yeah,
over.
dude, imagine, like, having to go underneath the...
Yeah.
I'm like...
There's a right way for that. That's not an argument. There's some things in this world that people are like, no, I don't do that. And I'm like...
Then it's like, why are you making your life so much harder?
Yeah. You're ruining it
Also,
for the rest of us.
Like, how do you put on your socks and shoes?
Oh, like the whole sock shoe argument? No, I put both my socks on and then both my shoes on.
Okay.
Like a normal human being.
Imagine, like, putting your sock on, having to go find your shoe, put on your shoe, having to go find your sock where you laid it down. And then
Yes.
It just doesn't make no sense.
Dude, that's like another thing like that is whenever I had like my first job, one of like it was like an older chick that worked there.
Mm-hmm.
I was 16 at the time, and she was like 20 something. And she was like, "Do you sleep with the top sheet?" And I was like, "What is that?" And she was like, the sheet, like
Yeah.
I didn't even know what she meant because I would just have always known sheets. Like
Yeah.
you just have a set of sheets. She was like, like the top sheet that you.
Yeah.
I was like, "Yes, I sleep with sheets." I was like, "Yeah," and she was like, "I was like, that's like a dumb question. Everybody sleeps with sheets."
No.
And she was like, "No," and I was like hearing her ask other people. It was like 50-50 of people, and then we're like, "What do you do with the top sheet?" Because you buy sheets,
Yeah.
you have a fitted sheet, you have a top sheet, and there's like, "Oh, I just throw that away," or they put it in like in the closet or something.
One of my friends, a couple years ago, like 2 years ago, I went over there for the first time and stayed the night. She just slept on top of her entire comforter.
So she don't have to make her bed.
No, because she just didn't like. She just wanted to sleep with a blanket, like a little blanket.
Dude, that's psycho behavior.
I'm
If
like, no, thank you.
police should investigate people like that, because those are the murderers
Yes.
and creeps and weirdos.
Yes, and she slept with like not like necessarily a big light, but she had a bright light.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't sleep here. And then she has finally progressed and will sleep under the comforter.
But no top sheet.
No top sheet.
Just raw dogging it.
Raw dogging it.
Like, I don't want to feel the texture of 90% of comforters. I want the sheet and then the weight of the comforter.
My thing is that not the fitted sheet, but the sheet itself is like, so when you get in it's cold.
Yes.
And then it warms up to your body temp. Rather than sleeping underneath the comforter, it's just burning hot already.
Yes, and I've asked people like, what do you do when you go to a hotel? Do you just sleep on top of that hoe? And they're like, no, I get under it. It's nice and cold. I'm like, well, then why don't you do that at home?
Sometimes I do sleep over like my entire bed, but it's only when I'm like burning up and I can't even deal with it. But
that's whenever you can go convertible mode and you throw the comforter off and then you're just sheet only.
Yeah.
Till your body can regulate its temperature.
Not last night, but the night before, the entire fitted the top sheet, gosh, came out from underneath my comforter. My comforter is just normal. I don't know how in the world that sheet is like out of my bed. Make it make sense. Pretty good conversation.
Yeah, these are the hard hitting issue. I was about to say tissues. What we talked about today. The hard hitting tissues.
How'd you like the random words?
That was like very educational, I feel like a little bit smarter now. Gobbledygook and gobbledygook and
Sarmy or whatever.
Sarmy and baboonery. I think that's the only ones I remember, but hey, I learned 3 words. Well, Minnie, I'm glad you got to join us. I can tell you had a great time. We hope you come back.
She'll be much more energized in later videos. She just gotta meet y'all.
Yeah,
she's gotta get to know y'all.
She's very overwhelmed by the thousands of people that watch this. All right. Well, anyways, you know the drill.
Like,
subscribe.
comment, subscribe. Go follow the TikTok. Go follow the Instagram because we have some things coming up pretty darn soon.
Yup.
And I know you are so excited for it. Go check out Fish Camp because it's totally rad, and you should, because more stuff's coming to all that eventually. But yeah, make sure you go watch all the other videos if you haven't caught up to speed. And yeah, enjoy the rest of the time of your day, or have a great night's sleep.
Bye.